Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is December 15th, 2020, and the news are brought to you by Catlabs of JP, a store based in Boston, sells all kinds of film equipment, 35, medium format, large format, also has their own film, so if you want to get it. And they have an interview, which I'll link below, but they also have an Instagram if you want to follow them there. They have a bunch of gear that actually takes you directly to their store. You can purchase there safely. So let's start with the bingo. The bingo raffle is doing really well. We have a lot of people included. I'm updating the listing today. There's now stuff from Negative Supply. There's stuff from Downtown Camera in Toronto. There's stuff from labs and people sending zines and books and everything. I actually got a book today that will be going on the raffle. Very exciting, and it's super fun. And there's over 1,000 comments there, which I'm trying to answer all of them. So if you don't know, the bingo is a raffle where I will be giving away my own Mamiya RZ67 kit, and then people could give their own things if they wanted, be it professional stores or companies or people that just want to give to end the year 2020 with a good note. So yeah, the link will be below. But yeah, we have a couple more weeks before the raffle. Then last week I also announced a little bit of a video marathon I want to do during Christmas break, where you can vote the videos that you want me to make. So I said the top 5 comments that got more upvotes would be videos I would try to make in the best way possible. I'll leave the link below, but there's a couple of already comments there, like around 80 comments, and people are voting, but I don't want everybody to think it's over yet. You still have like another week before I start calling out which videos I will be making and posting them during 2021. So now to the news. So we have Rezivot Mega Bulk loader. Rezivot have been making stuff for instant photography. They have like a back for the RB and the RZ to use Polaroid film. And now they've launched, or they've announced that they're actually including a super bulk loader. And what is it exactly? It's a bulk loader for cinema film mostly, which comes usually in 400 feet or 1,000 feet. And you can just spool it into normal 35mm canisters. So if you're one of those that really loves cinema film and you want to bulk buy and then respool, this is the perfect tool to not have to do smaller pancakes. So it's not cheap at around $1,000, but honestly it looks really nice. And from what I've been told by Rezivot already, it works really nicely, but you will take all day to make I think 100 something rolls out of a super roll. Speaking about cinema film, Cinestill announced last week their CS2 chemistry, which is basically their version of ECN2 chemistry to develop cinema film. And it's really hard to explain what it does, and there's a really good article on emulsive.org made by the brothers themselves, the people that founded Cinestill. And basically what this does is it gives you that cinema look onto the cinema film. So as we all know, when you develop cinema film in C41, it's sort of a cross process. It's not exactly what it's intended to be developed in, and it gives a specific look we all have seen in Cinestill film or 500T or similar. But if you develop it in the ECN2, it gives a very different look, or at least slightly different look. The negatives are a little flatter, I think, if I'm not wrong, because it's meant to be scanned for cinema, and they need flatter negs that are easier to read because they're scanning at 24 frames per second, you know what I mean. And then they usually a lot of color grading in cinema, and that's where the whole color grading for video comes from. So this will be able to develop Cinestill's film as sort of like a ECN2 chemistry, and it won't get ruined because it has no remjet. If you're developing 500T or 250D with remjet, then this is intended to be used as a one-shot. So as it's a little complicated, I highly recommend you check out the article in Emulsive. I'm sure there's a lot of information there. You can check it out. But basically, it's if you're looking for the different look for Cinestill film, or you want to use it on cinema film, but please remember that the remjet's still there, and you either remove it before or you use it as a one shot. And you don't want to mix like cinema film with normal C41 because that's going to be a bit of a mess with the remjet. Then we have Midtone Machines update, another update with the vacuum body shell. there, and it actually starting to look like a real good machine. And very soon we'll be knowing if there's going to be sending some prototypes for people to test and how it goes, which is good news for the automatic film processing at home or in small labs. Then we have a project I've mentioned before that's coming from Mexico, and it's called Úkua cases. And I'm sure that's supposed to be said in Spanish, but in English, I guess it could be Úkua. But these are film cases for 35 and 120 film. But instead of the longish ones that are made, for example, by Japan Camera Hunter, which the 35 does like double row and the 120 are like 5 rolls of film, this is more like a 3-pack of 35 or a 3-pack of 120. It kind of looks more like a heart or like a diamond shape, like a triangle, and they're quite small. And it's going to be a Kickstarter project where the pack of 135 and 120 film holder are going to be around $15 US, which I think is quite inexpensive and a good deal. But yeah, if you guys want to help him out, it's going to be, his goal is like $5,400 because he wants to do the injection molding for these cases. So I'm very excited. I'm going to be receiving some beta testing units very soon, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Then we have news with Intrepid announcing an enlarger for 35 and 120 film. So this enlarger won't be a 4x5 or large format product, and this is the first for Intrepid. And it's basically a standalone enlarger that can also be used as a copy stand to scan your film. And this is something I haven't seen yet how it's done, but it's basically like an enlarger, and it uses a negative supply copy stand, and it will do 35 enlargements or 120. But the good thing is it also does color. So it has a color head. We saw the little wheel like a clock on the news a couple weeks ago. So you will be able to enlarge 35mm color in black and white and 120 color in black and white. So it's the first product, and you can see it online on their Kickstarter, on their Instagram. And it will be a Kickstarter in March 2021, which is good news if you're looking for something like that, as sometimes color enlargers are not so easy to find in certain places of the world. Then they're also hinted that they're working on the 8x10 and 5x7 Fresnel lenses. So these are like the one they made in 4x5 that I announced a couple weeks ago to help you with wide angle lenses in large format. Then Lomography has announced a collaboration with William Klein for an instant wide camera. So this will be sold at $199. It basically has a bit of a branding of William Klein on the outside, but the camera's functionality is basically the same. If you're into special editions, this could be something for you. Then we have Kamerakraft with the FSC Pro 2, which is like a film holder for scanning, like they did the Kamerakraft version 1. Now this one has like 2 little wheels that remind me of the cinema kind of spools that feeds your film through like a gate, and then it rolls on the other side. Supposedly it's also available in 120. I think you can buy it from him or download it as open source, but I'm not sure about the open source part. Then Mark Osterman retires from the George Eastman Museum. I've mentioned the George Eastman Museum's workshops a couple of times, and Mark has been one of those very important people there, and he's trained Nick, and now Mark is retiring. He's not going to stop his activities. Supposedly he will be giving international workshops and coming every now and then to assist, but he is retiring from, I guess, the full-time job at the Eastman Museum. So it's a sad day, but thankfully there's Nick there to keep on with his legacy and keep on teaching workshops once things are a little better and easier to be there, in person. Then I mentioned the one instant black and white film, I think last week, and now it's a reality. So SuperSense announced that they are basically found a lot of the film or the paper for black and white film, and the 20x24 studio has found the chemistry to make the pods for black and white film. So the thing is here, supposedly they still haven't mixed the 20x24 chemicals for the paper that SuperSense has, but SuperSense had some old pods that they've used and they've tested and it works. The thing is, if you back this, it's not a Kickstarter, but it's a pre-order, and they can't get the chemistry working for whatever reason, it maybe is dead or anything like that, you will be getting color film instead of black and white. It's selling for around 7 to 8 euros a shot, if I'm not wrong. So do bear in mind that you might be buying black and white film and getting color, but you might be getting black and white too, which is great. I actually bought 2 cases, which are 3 shots each. So bear in mind. And 3 shots of 1 instant, not 3 shots in 1 pack. That would be amazing. Then there's the Experimental Photo Festival in Barcelona with new dates. They're announcing that the dates are the 21st to the 25th of July 2021, hopefully. And they've done an open call for a virtual exhibit with double exposures and film soups as the theme. So if you're into double exposures, you want to have a little virtual exhibit, you can check it out. I'll leave all their information below. Then a little thing that I saw the other day, Precision Camera Works is gonna, let's say, temporarily stop accepting Hasselblad X-Pan's Fuji TX, which is the Fuji X-Pan, the Mamiya 645, Mamiya RB 6x7, and the RZ 6x7 because there's a lot of demand. And that is more not only because maybe you guys want to repair your cameras there. I actually repaired a Mamiya 6 lens, a 50mm, which nobody else could, and they did a great job, and that wasn't too expensive. But this shows how many cameras are starting to actually break apart and need repairs, and how little places can do these more advanced cameras and repairs. So just in case, so you know, whatever people had sent already, they will repair, and I'm guessing later down the road they'll open to receiving these cameras once, you know, the demand goes a little down. So yeah, that's the news for this week. As always, thank you to Catlabs for sponsoring the news. And if you have any information, you can send an email to the email below. Also, don't forget to check the bingo, leave a comment. That's all you need to do to be part of it. And let me know what you want to vote for the videos I can do during the Christmas break very soon. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.